Hey, Hope Kids, this is Mr. Daniel here. Just checking in with you guys in this fun, crazy time. This week, we are learning about hope. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about or you're not really sure, probably haven't watched the video for this week. So stop right here, go to Hope Kids LV on YouTube or wherever you watch it, and watch the video now. And we're learning about hope this month, which is perfect with Easter, because Easter is the perfect example of hope, because we find that Jesus, we celebrate that Jesus came back alive from the dead and rose again, and that gives us perfect hope that we can have a relationship with God. We first start to learn about all these promises that Jesus fulfilled, and so we learned about one of them this weekend, which was really cool. And so that kind of made me think of two interesting things. First, how many times do I not fulfill my promises? I was just thinking about yesterday. I told Ryder I would play a board game with him. Well, I got so busy with work today that I wasn't able to take the time to stop and play the board game. And that's a promise I made, and I didn't fulfill it. And that happens a lot, and that's because I'm human. But what we're going to be learning all month long is that God always fulfills his promises. And so that's how we can trust in the hope that he's given us, because we know that he always follows through on his promises and that he has promised to always be with us. So when we're scared during, especially like this time right now, and worried about things, we can talk to him and trust in him and learn how he wants us to handle it. And we can trust in that hope. The next thing I thought about is how God's always showed up in my life. You know, I've had things in my life that, you know, didn't necessarily go the way I would want it. You know, a great example is losing my dad. My dad passed away, and that's a serious thing. And I was only 12 years old. And it was devastating. It was really hard for me to deal with. And there was a lot of times I was just asking God why. And when I look back now, being 40, I can see, wow, you know, God did put in place people that were able to help me get through those hard times, that he gave me the resources I needed through other people to love me and to help me see his love. Even though a bad event like that happened to me, and that wasn't God's choice to make that bad event happen to me, but he did allow it to happen because he wanted to allow it to grow me. And one perfect example, as I look back, and I think I shared this last time I was teaching, is right after my dad passed away, there was like a really difficult time for me, because I really just wanted like a father figure around to just kind of hang out with, and to just kind of talk with, goof around with, whatever. But I didn't want somebody to fix me, or somebody to be always talking about how I was feeling or what I was doing. And so as a tendency is to really always have people that wanted to say, hey, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Are you doing okay? Can I do anything for you? And at that time, that wasn't what I needed. And I didn't know how to express that. I didn't know how to ask for that. Not being only 12 and never having had to deal with this before, I didn't know what to do, but God did. And God showed up in a powerful way through a guy from our church who started showing up every weekend at our house, and he would come and he would bring board games, and sometimes he'd bring fun things like a crossbow or something, and he would just hang out with me and my brother. There wasn't anything other than that. It was just, hey, I'm here to hang out. What do you guys want to do? You know, go get ice cream. Let's go get ice cream. And it was an amazing thing for me to really help get over and kind of grow through the pain of losing my father by having this guy here. And it was an amazing thing. And I totally understand now that was God showing up and giving me the hope that he's going to be there for me. And So I'm able to take that hope and reuse it over and over again. And so when I go through hard times, I start to ask why and why. And then I will remember these times where God showed up, and I'll be like, okay, you got this. We got this together. And sure enough, every time, without doubt, he showed up. So it's been pretty awesome for me to see that. And that's why hope's such a powerful thing, because it gives me something to hold on to when life's really crazy. The thing we can really hold on to is that this isn't bigger than God, and that we have a God who's greater than everything, and he's promised to be with us. Hope you enjoyed that. That little kind of moment from my life where I saw hope, and I hope maybe you guys have some of your own stories of hope and how you can kind of communicate those with your family and your friends. Talk to you later.